Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is now just 118 days away from its official release by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. That is all set and ready to add in many different twists and turns as well as surprises in this film that'll make us view the past 8 Star Wars movies in a different light. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film, at the end of the day, is going to be very important to Disney and Lucasfilm. They are really trying their very best in order to really make it a very nostalgic film, while at the same exact time doing something very original and different for the fans. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the big plans by Disney, Lucasfilm, JJ, and even George Lucas, this is where things begin to get very intense for the characters of Rey and even, of course, Rey's father. Now, specifically, it's described that during the rewrites of the film for the months of November and December of 2018, just late last year, is when creator George Lucas was significantly involved with the rewriting process of The Rise of Skywalker, where it said that he made major adjustments to the second and third acts of the film. It said that one of the sequences is said to involve a big revelation related to Rey's father, where it said that George Lucas wrote in a very big connection between Rey's father and Obi-Wan Kenobi that will be explained in the second and third acts of the movie. It's described that additionally one of the concept art descriptions describes Rey's father who once lived on the world of Stujan, which was the home world of Kenobi in the current canon material that falls under Disney and Lucasfilm. It's explained that George wrote in a twist related to Rey's father that would also have a massive impact on the original trilogy, specifically for Return of the Jedi and Star Wars A New Hope, and will change how fans view parts of Kenobi's character. It's explained that George wanted to explore a vital connection between Rey's father and Kenobi that will also surprise Rey in the third act of the film. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, we do know that Episode 9 is going to have many different twists and turns in this film that's really going to change how we view the main characters like Rey and Kylo Ren, Snoke and Palpatine, and even Luke Skywalker and so on and so forth. Now, this big hint, these big hints and or indicators about, Rey's father being the son of Kenobi, without a doubt, are very intriguing. Now, in case you guys did not know, Kenobi did indeed grow up on his home world called Stujan. Now, this was actually created by Lucas that is now still part of the current canon material, and what's really interesting about this is that Rey's father once lived on the world of Stujan, which was the home world of Kenobi. And on top of all that, George Lucas was the one directly responsible during the rewrites of Episode 9 for creating a massive connection between both Rey's father and Kenobi in The Rise of Skywalker that will be explained in the second and third acts of the film, and is going to have a big impact on Return of the Jedi and Star Wars A New Hope. So that, to me, of course, is a big hint and or indicator of Rey's father being the direct son of Obi-Wan Kenobi, hence Rey being a Kenobi herself. Now, we do know that there are a lot of parallels here when we look at both Rey and Kylo Ren, and comparing them to both, of course, Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi, the way they fight, the way that they have their interactions, yet they also still do have those connections to Padme and Anakin Skywalker. So George Lucas creating this big explanation between both Rey and Rey's father, and how Rey's father is going to have a revelation related to Kenobi, is a big deal. It really does tell us that there is something going on between Rey, Obi-Wan, and Rey's father than we already know. We do know that Rey's father, by the way, collected many different Jedi pieces of lore, and of course artifacts, relics, you name it. And that was actually done on not just the world of Jakku, but also on other worlds that he has actually been through. So Rey's father, how he once lived on Stujan, I think is the biggest giveaway here, that there most certainly is some kind of connection between both Kenobi and, of course, Rey's father, in that sense of them being related. Big possibility. We do know that J.J. Abrams, in case you guys did not know, created a big change for Rey's lineage in the third act of Episode 9. And that it's really going to change how we view the character, and how it's going to have a big impact on some of the legacy characters, of course, from the originals and the prequel trilogy. So the last thing I just want to go over is that we do know that this film is a big deal. It really is the Disney and Lucasfilm. They got to get this right. They have to make it resonate with fans in order for it to be a success. And in order to make it a success, it has to be very authentic. And in order to do that, they have to create good, storytelling. They have to have good writing in the movie, great editing, and how it's going to be executed. I mean, it all ties directly in. And that's not to mention great music by John Williams. So, with that being said, this movie does have potential to mark itself down as the best of the sequel trilogy. We do know that JJ is very ambitious about this film. He's aiming very high with Episode 9, and he's really trying his very best to make it a very enjoyable Star Wars film. So, anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.